Hi and welcome to RCKicks. On today's show, well, we've got this, a crawler park. Yes, an indoor crawler park that you actually build yourself that's flat pack. And I must admit, it fits perfectly in the studio, and it's kind of perfect and why I got it in as the idea that when I'm reviewing these smaller trucks, I can actually use this setup to actually see how good they are, because the weather in the UK is rubbish over the winter and it just gets so cold and freezing. Yes, I am a fair weathered RC driver, that this would come in really handy. So in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to check out all the obstacles and I'll let you know what I think of them and what's easy, what's difficult, and is it worth your money. So stay tuned. Now, ToysWD is the producer of this crawler park, but they don't do just this one. This is the starter kit where you get the mat and you also get the 4 obstacles that you see here. But there is different options available and you can buy them individually or you can buy them just where you get the obstacles and not the mat. Also, they do like a trail version where it's like lays down bits of card and then you have the trails so you can drive around in a circle. Then there's going to be soon a new option that's coming out, which is the RC CrawlerPark Kit 2 1/24th, and that's got more trails on it, so it's like a bigger version of it. Then you can get the kit of 5 obstacles. Now if you look here, there is 4. There is a 5th that I don't have. I purchased these, I wasn't sent these, so I just went with the starter kit, but I'm tempted to get the 5th one. Now the ones that you've got here are the seesaw, which is this one here, so you drive up the car and then it moves, that kind of thing. Pretty standard stuff. The second one is the axle crossing, which is this one here. Then you get stage 1 obstacle, which I think is this one. Then you get the double face obstacle, which is this one over here. And then there's the uphill obstacle, which is the one I don't have. Now I must admit, tempted to get it. Also, there's lots of options available as well. There's a start and finish arch, kind of like that. A little bit pricey for what it is. That's a 1/24th or 1/18th. Also, they kind of do a lot of them in 1/10th or 1/12th scale as well. So this is obviously the smaller scale, but you can go a lot bigger if you want to. Also, there is a fence that's coming as well, and you do 2 sizes of that, 1/24th or 1/10th. So being able to put a fence around the outside would be pretty cool. Obviously depending on price, because you're going to need quite a lot of it. Then there is a picnic table. 2 of those are available, 1/24th or 1/10th. So again, something extra to have as well. And I'm pretty sure over time we're going to see some more of these coming out as well. Building them, not that difficult, to be quite honest with you. Can be a little bit tough on the fingers pushing them out, and they're a little bit jagged, so I wouldn't get a 6-year-old to do it, but any adult could do this, no problem, or anyone over the age of maybe 14, 15 would be able to put these together. The building of them was okay. Now, one thing that's kind of clever is you don't get paper instruction manuals. You actually get a 2D barcode that you go to and it shows you a YouTube video. Now, the videos, to be fair, not the best. They're downward viewed, so you don't see all the information. Also, when I was building them, I was using the videos as well. Sometimes the person making them makes a little bit of a mistake and then fixes it in the video. So of course you're trying to desperately follow them and do everything exactly like they do, and then they go and make a mistake and then take it off and turn it around, so you have to then do the same thing. So you would think that the manual would have been done perfectly, as in when it was constructed. Also, a few more angles would have been nice instead of just straight down, because when you're orientating stuff, sometimes you just can't see it. But they're not that difficult to put together. Some are a little bit more difficult than others. They all went together pretty well. There was only one issue I had with this one over here, where I had to file a little bit as it wouldn't clip down. The joint where it goes like this wasn't deep enough to lock into place. So I had to file it a little bit, but in general, I'd say they're fine. Price-wise, does feel a little bit expensive, but they are reasonable quality. So they're not plastic, they are wood, and they do look the part. And I do like this mat. I have to say, not only does it fit perfectly on my table in the studio, it is a bit longer than I have got, but I really like it. And I think once they start adding some options and a few extra bits and pieces. Now, to give it the credit, I do a lot of RC on the show, and the family, not remotely interested. This, they were asking whether they could drive on it once I started putting it together. So the family actually were interested in this one. So I think that kind of shows you that, yeah, there is actually quite a lot of interest, and in real life, they do look really pretty. So what I'll do now is I'll cut to some footage of the family driving around, and then you can check it out. And this is perfect for those winter days when you want to just drive around a few little RCs with the family or friends, just having a bit of a laugh. Now, one thing I think would be really good is that you could set it up and run a course and time yourself. So that's why I kind of like the arch that they do, because you can start and finish from that. As well as I think over time we will see some more obstacles appearing. The one that was the most popular with the family was this one, the seesaw. Now, one thing I think that they could really do would be brilliant is the seesaw can go up to an elevation. So what you could do is have another obstacle that starts here, so that when you drive up it, it would actually take you onto the next obstacle, and then you'd be able to turn and go down, or some kind of bridge or something. And then if there's a bridge, you could drive underneath it as well. So there's lots of potential with this. Well, I think as things move along with this company, and hopefully they'll sell well, we'll see more and more, and that I really like.
You don't really care.
Whoa!
Should we line me up a bit better than that one? Thank you. Ah! Oh, you landed on.
And I'm gonna go backwards. I did it.
That's it, you're on. Straighten out. Oh!
Yes!
Excuse me, I might just go a bit slower.
No, it's better.
It's like Destruction Derby. So there's a quick look at the CrawlerPark, and according to my family, a bit of a hit. Now, I'm going to be reviewing a lot more of these little tiny RC crawler trucks on the show, so if you haven't already, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out. See you on the next one.